So this is the first ever mobile pantry distribution for Gilmer. We are doing it at the church at West Mountain. And this is a once a month distribution that happens on the second Tuesday of every month. We start the drive-through distribution at 4 p.m. and it lasts until all of our food has gone, or 5:30, whichever comes first. So it's about an hour and a half long, and we invite residents of Upshur County, Gilmer residents, anyone in the area to come and participate. This is our first day, and the volunteers here at the church at West Mountain are fantastic. We had over 25 people come to help today, so that is such a blessing, such a wonderful thing to have this many people participating.
Absolutely. And why Gilmer? Was there a specific need that you were seeing here, or was this just you wanted to expand East Texas Food Bank's reach?
So Gilmer specifically, because of the demographics of all of our clientele in Upshur County, there are different pockets of East Texas that are considered to be food deserts. So in areas where there's a lot of rural residences, there might not be a grocery store within 20 miles, right? So whenever we have a geographic location like that, where our clientele is having a struggle to get fresh, healthy food into their kitchens, we want to put a mobile pantry where they can come and get, mostly it'll always be fresh produce at our distributions. Occasionally we might have some shelf-stable items that are donated by grocery stores, but by and large this is the best way to get fresh produce for free into your kitchen.
Absolutely. And how many people have you seen so far? Because it's been about 15-ish minutes since y'all have been open, and what kind of a crowd are you expecting?
We brought enough food to serve between 500 and 600 families. When our volunteers arrive an hour early, we start with large pallets of food, and we have to parcel them down into family-sized portions. So we have enough for about 600 families. So far, we're at nearly 200, but we've been serving for longer than 15 minutes. And the reason why is because we had so many volunteers come that we were done portioning our food early. And so every once in a while, the residents here in Gilmer and in the area can expect we might start early. So today we actually started 15 minutes early at 3:45 because we already had about 60 cars in the parking lot. So whenever we have the capacity in this parking lot for over 100 cars, so that there's plenty of room, but we will occasionally start early if we're able to.
Okay. So it's really just a first come, first served basis, right?
Yes, and that is what I love about the mobile pantry program is it is completely funded by donors, which means we as the administrators of the project, all of our volunteers on site, we're not qualifying anyone. We don't need their name. We don't need to know where they work or their address. We just want to give them the food. And so once we see a bigger turnout, we might be able to have more food, but that all depends on donors. So any donors that get to see this, the mobile pantry program is a wonderful way to get to know ETFB.
Absolutely. This is a very important time of the year for a lot of people. We're coming up on the massive holiday season and Thanksgiving. Based on what I know and growing up, Thanksgiving revolves a lot around food. What is the mobile pantry and even East Texas Food Bank as a whole doing to help out in this holiday season?
All of our pantries, and when I say pantries, I mean our partner agencies that source their food from the East Texas Food Bank. There are some places that are having extended hours. Honestly, due to our staffing and our limited resources, we're not doing additional, at least in the mobile pantry department, we aren't doing any additional distributions. We are getting the word out for each of our mobile pantry distributions that there is food available. Around the holidays, we do see many more clients coming. And so we try to load our trucks with as much extra food as we possibly can for them. But yes, Thanksgiving and Christmas is centered around food. And even if you're getting fresh produce that might be a week or two before your family gathering, it still helps you get through those weeks leading up to the holiday, especially if you have family visiting from out of town. To have more food on hand would be helpful.
Absolutely. If you could just move this one piece of hair. There we go. No, you're good. Okay. And what are some of the fresh produce items that y'all typically put in the little packages for families?
So the mobile pantry program always has what is in season, and so in the winter months we see a lot more root vegetables. We definitely will have potatoes, onions, squash. For example, here today we have sweet potatoes, regular russet potatoes. We have lemons, we have oranges, and we have some mixed miscellaneous produce items from a retail donation. So we always are going to be seasonal. So come springtime, you'll see more fruits. In the wintertime, you're going to see more roots.
Fruits and roots. I got it.
Yeah, fruits and roots.
You got anything else that you want to add about the mobile pantry and what it means to people around this time of year?
Mobile pantry is crucial for a lot of families, and I think we all know why. When you go to the grocery store, the least expensive items are going to be on the aisles, and those are highly processed foods. Keeping fresh foods, raw food in your diet is a difficult thing for families who are struggling. Even if they're not struggling, if they're just on a tighter budget, sometimes the first items to leave your grocery list, if you're limited, is fresh produce because it costs too much money. So mobile pantry has an impact with our local families in the way that they know they can rely on us month after month to get that influx of fresh food that they wouldn't be able to afford otherwise. That and, Upshur County does fall into the same statistics as the rest of the state of Texas, that 1 in 5 Texans are experiencing a meal gap. And basically what that means is that 1 or more meals every week, they don't know where it's coming from because they don't have the money to get those meals. So when we have people that are food insecure, 1 in 5 Texans, we want everyone to feel welcome and to know that we're happy that they're here. There's absolutely nothing to be ashamed of by visiting a mobile pantry location. We love having client participation and learning about the folks, learning their names, saying, hey, it was good to see you last month. Come and see us next month. We're always here on the second Tuesday. We like to form those relationships so that everyone feels like they're coming to visit family when they get their food.